Liverpool have just been handed a significant lift that could shape the weeks ahead. With the season already throwing up its share of challenges, the latest development comes as a timely boost for Arne Slot's side as they look to build momentum and keep pace at the top. Here's what's been revealed, and why it could prove so important. Let's break it down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Federico Chiesa has again been left out of the Italy squad to make it over a year out of contention, with Gennaro Gattuso explaining a mutual decision. Chiesa has not played for Italy since featuring in every game of a disappointing run to the last 16 of Euro 2024, with injuries and a lack of minutes seeing him frozen out. But a change of fortunes at Liverpool this season, coming off the bench in all 3 Premier League games so far and scoring the winner against Bournemouth, led to calls for his inclusion this month. The release of Gattuso's squad for World Cup qualifiers against Estonia and Israel confirmed, however, that Chiesa had not been called up. Speaking to reporters at a press conference on Monday, the Italy head coach explained the decision came following amicable talks with the Liverpool forward. "I spoke with Chiesa and we made the decision together," Gattuso said, per Football Italia. He didn't feel ready to come back because he wanted to be at 100%. We decided it calmly together. Chiesa's absence comes despite the inclusion of new Atletico Madrid forward Giacomo Raspadori, who has seen a similar amount of game time since joining from Napoli. But Gattuso believes the 25-year-old offers him something different compared to Liverpool's number 14. Raspadori has played 10 to 20 minutes in the first matches, but it's difficult to find players with similar characteristics. And Raspadori can give me something different, he continued. The Italy squad for this month's qualifiers does include, for the first time, Giovanni Leone, who himself has not played in a month having joined from Parma. Leone could make his senior international debut at just 18, with Gattuso revealing that his successful battle with Napoli striker Romelu Lukaku last season helped convince him that he is ready. "When I see a player, I must be impressed by the personality," he said, having also called up Bologna's Giovanni Fabian and Inter Milan's Francesco Pio Esposito for the first time. "I think these young players already possess the ability to play like experienced players. I saw Leone play on an open field against Lukaku last season. They are ready. Perhaps at their age, we didn't have the audacity they have, and I want to reward them for this aspect." Then, of course, quality is the foundation of everything he added. Leone was born in 2006 and has significant speed peaks. We'll see them here. "I haven't given them anything as a gift. I believe they have specific qualities that can fit into this group." Chiesa is one of few Liverpool first-team players who will not be on international duty, with 19 of Arne Slot's squad called up, and will now focus on building his fitness. Now, in a huge Liverpool boost, Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate has trained with the France squad just days after limping off in the win over Arsenal. Konate was forced off in the 79th minute on Sunday, meaning he watched on from the sidelines as Dominik Szoboszlai scored the only goal of the game with a stunning free kick. Speaking afterwards, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot played down the severity of the Frenchman's injury, but was hopeful the scan would return some positive news. Slot said, "He thinks it is cramp, and I have no reason to doubt him, although sometimes players talk about cramp, and then we make a scan, and it is more than that." Jeremy Frimpong wasn't too happy, like some pundits and journalists, when I took him off against Bournemouth because he thought he only had cramp, or only felt a little bit, and he is already out for 2 or 3 weeks now, let's wait and see. On a positive note, Joe Gomez, what 15 minutes? I had to make one difficult choice today because I had to leave one player out of the squad with only Jeremy Frimpong being injured, so then I only had to make one difficult decision on who I could not take in the squad. The good thing was it was a centre-back, Giovanni Leone, so we are perfectly placed in that position. In a boost for Liverpool, Konate joined up with the France squad on Monday and took part in a training session on Tuesday, getting to grips with club teammate Hugo Ekitike as Lake Bleu prepare for an important week. France begin their World Cup qualification campaign against Ukraine on Friday before hosting Iceland at the Parc des Princes 4 days later. Konate is in line to start both games following Arsenal defender William Saliba's withdrawal from the squad due to an ankle injury he suffered at Anfield. In other news, Jamie Carragher has admitted he has one concern about Alexander Isak following his deadline day arrival from Newcastle. The Reds paid a British record £125 million to secure Isak's services and end a transfer saga that dominated the window. Having scored 54 goals in 86 Premier League matches, there are no worries about Isak's proficiency in front of goal, but Carragher has revealed he is wary of the player's injury record. While the 25-year-old played 42 games for Newcastle last season, he missed 2 spells with a groin issue in the previous campaign and was forced to sit out nearly 4 months in 2022/23 due to a thigh injury. Asked whether that is a concern, Carragher replied, "Yeah, I think so. I think it was his first season more than any at Newcastle, where he missed quite a few games that season. It's difficult for anybody to replicate what Liverpool had a few years ago. They used to have Salah, Firmino and Mane, and they played every game. They never got injured. But hopefully, when you look at the injury situation at Liverpool last season, that improved a lot under Arne Slot from what we'd seen before under Jurgen Klopp. So hopefully, as we're going about things on the training pitch, we'll help Isak in that situation, because when you pay that type of money, you want that played on the pitch 9 times up to 10. Liverpool spent roughly £450 million on transfers this summer, which has inevitably drawn criticism from rival supporters. But Carragher was keen to point out that this is an exception to the rule when it comes to the club's policy in the market. I think a lot has been made about how much Liverpool have spent, and rightly so, in this window. But it hasn't been the norm in the past, the ex-defender told Sky Sports. I think Liverpool supporters have been frustrated at different times, and it's felt like other teams were splashing the cash and breaking transfer records, and that's what Liverpool have done twice in this window. So yes, it is exciting to think that Liverpool are buying such a ready-made world-class player in Isak rather than turning into world-class players. It's just interesting to see now how the manager fits everybody in. Yeah, it's going to be quite a good dilemma. On that dilemma, Carragher feels it will be the free-scoring Hugo Ekitike that might lose out following Isak's signature. I think Mohamed Salah starts on the right wing. I think Isak plays centre forward now. I think Florian Wirtz will play in that number 10 position, the pundit said, when asked what Liverpool's first choice 11 looks like now. The left wing is maybe up for grabs a little bit with Gakpo, young Rio, maybe Ekitike can play there as well, and also fill in for Isak. Maybe at times we'll see a front 2 employed by the manager because Wirtz can play from the left as well. So I think he's got a lot more options on the left, and I think we'll see a lot more rotation in that position than the other front 4 positions. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you, I'll see you in the next video.